And welcome into a special Tuesday edition of the State Only Challenge as we are wrapping up our last series here on Madden 23 before Madden 24 comes out this weekend. So pretty much for a channel update, the rest of this week is going to be entirely that of this series, seeing if we can, one, win, or two, be the first fail for this State Only Challenge, as Louisiana has just struggled up to this point, and we thought maybe we had turned a corner at the start of this year as we opened up with a 38-0 win over the Buffalo Bills. Then we did beat the Cowboys, though that was a much closer game, but scoring a lot of points. Did well against the Falcons, the first time we beat the Falcons, I think, this series, 24-7. And then against the Dolphins, another dominant win, 44-21. But then we lost to the Falcons, 23-20. We then lost to the Texans, 20-6. And then lost to the Rams, 27-15. So the team that had scored 44, 34, 38 points, even 24 isn't bad, forgot how to play in their entirety. So we're at the bye week right now, and this is a crucial part of the season, about midway. Last time you can make any trades, and I do plan on making a trade to start this episode. And after looking at the draft and really not liking the talent we were seeing that was an option for us, I think it's finally time to pull the trigger on a trade for Ja'Marr Chase. Now, we did check at the end of last episode, and they were at least interested in talking, though they're asking for Justin Jefferson and Tyrann Mathieu, and that's just not going to happen. Also important to state that Chase is not an X factor. He's just a superstar, so it wouldn't take as much to try to make this trade. And we did see that a 1 and a 2, or a current 2 and a future 1, was close. So again, to show you how close it is, whoa, and it's not bad. That's about a little over maybe 3/4 of the way. Now, obviously, they're going to want a receiver in return because they'd be losing their best guy, and we have a couple different options. And I am perfectly fine in offering either Marshall or Chark, and kind of just going with whoever they like more. So they do have the green interest in Marshall, but they also have the green interest in Chark. And while I think Ja'Marr Chase could play in the slot, I don't think that would be the best way to utilize his talent. So I think both JJ and Chase need to play on the outside. So it comes down to who do we think would be the better slot guy. Chark has been playing slot for us, and he's a pretty good route runner across the board. Release is okay. I mean, solid for a slot guy. He has the hands, good speed. If we wanted to keep Marshall, the younger receiver, which could be important for us if we don't win this year, he does not have the same route running ability, but does have better release, still has some decent speed, hands are still there. I honestly think I would prefer to keep Marshall. I'm a big fan of Marshall. Plus, he's younger, so if they will do this trade, we give up Chark, a current 2 and a future 1 to bring in Ja'Marr Chase. We'll send in the offer, and it went down. I did not expect that. Well, what if we offer the future 1 a current 2 and a current 3? Are they more interested in... Yeah, they're more interested in just getting picks, though that's not going to be good enough. And there we go. Finally, we got Ja'Marr Chase. I had to trade around my 2s with just sending random other picks just to slide them up. And with 2 current 2s and 1 future 1, we have now brought in Ja'Marr Chase, meaning we have the 2 best receivers here, at least in this Madden, and one of the best possible quarterbacks. Now, there is no excuse for this offense to not perform, though we do need to make a move to make room for Ja'Marr Chase. And I think the simplest thing to do is just move one of our current receivers to the practice squad. So Mike Richard, he's gone to the practice squad, and we can finally move on from week 8 and get into the game against the Packers and see how well this LSU heavy receiver core can do. And how how perfect is it that the first game with our new receiver we start on offense? Back in shotgun will be a pass. Burrow waiting. Vita Vea comes in, lays a hit in on Burrow, but will get the ball out. Luckily just hitting the turf. Sitting at 4-3 after starting 4-0, dropping the last 3. We really need to find a way to victory today, and so far the first 2 plays of offense have not gone very well, and we're also possibly losing our starting center. Cushenberry will end up having to head off the field, and Ed Ingram will step in at center for 3rd and 12. As we dump it off to the outside, that's going to be Williams who will pick up some yards, but we go nowhere. Drive 1. Packers get the stop. And the Packers will take over with Gardner Minshew at quarterback, Pacheco the running back, and he shucks off Tyrann Mathieu and almost runs for a first down. Not a great start already in this one, as offense went nowhere. And I'm pretty sure this game has already bugged out and I cannot leave this screen. Or can't leave this sim. Yeah, that's very much the case. So a lot of bugs already happening. The trades were looking iffy. I guess Madden 23 just get ready for Madden 24. So we'll jump through this game about as well as we can. But right now, the Packers putting in the work. Gardner Minshew finds his tight end. They get the first down to the 34 as they come out still spread. 3 up top, 1 down below. Minshew wide open once again is Mark Andrews, who will get wrapped up by quite a few different Saints defenders there. Though still getting a gain of 8. We're playing off coverage, definitely continuing at least the lull that we saw at the end of last episode. Pass rush not doing very good as Gardner Minshew does not get the first down. 3rd and inches. If you were here for the Pacific Northwest State Only Challenge, we know how good Gardner Minshew can do. Helped us win a Super Bowl Season 1. And he just needs a few inches here, scrambles towards the top, will tuck, run, taking the contact, running through Tyrann Mathieu and Deion Jones. Not a highly rated quarterback, but he performs out there. And that's not something we've been able to say much about Burrow in terms of performing. He has a very high overall, but team has struggled with him leading us. All right, now the Packers not really struggling with Gardner Minshew as they come out 1st and goal at the 5. Go with the toss up top, Pacheco, Tyrann Mathieu not going to get the tackle, nor is pretty much anyone else. Eventually, Woods will just run him out of bounds, but definitely not a strong start by any means, as they'll still come out with a heavy set, though. A receiver down towards the bottom will be a pass across, no, not across the middle, just straight up out the back. Finally, the first good play for our defense is just a throwaway, as they'll need 6 points here from the 6 on 3rd and goal. Minshew from the pocket, sitting, looks like he's going to scramble. Daniil Hunter forces the fumble, ends up being scooped up by Arden Key, and despite the awful start, we don't give up any points. And instead, we take over at the 7. From the ace formation will be a drop back 3-step, find JJ immediately. We have an X-Factor receiver, we have a superstar receiver, we have a star receiver, and we have Marshall, who I think is just a normal dev. But either way, a really solid guy. 2 good tight ends, a good running back. This offense has got to be able to move the ball. As we go with the play action fake here, tossing it out top, going to be JJ, and Vita Vea runs all the way over, forces the fumble, and is that Nick Bosa that picked it up? Yep, or not Nick Bosa, the brother Bosa. And Vita Vea just destroyed everything there, as the Packers will take over at the 22. You know, at least it's entertaining. A bunch down to the bottom here for Minshew. Though he hands it off up top, cutting back towards the middle, and will gain about 5-6 yards, may actually make it 7 for Pacheco. At least it wasn't 7 points. With 2nd and 3, an empty set. As we are in our base package here from the looks of it. Pass down to the bottom, Mark Andrews gets the first down inside the 10. Another 1st and goal for the Packers. With about a minute left here in the first quarter. Gonna need the defense to once again force a big play here. As Minshew gonna scramble toward the top. Deion Jones in pursuit. Can't get the tackle. Luckily, Xavier Woods again pushing someone out of bounds. And now they'll drop under center for their ace formation. As we do come out in the 3-4. Handoff right down the middle. Pacheco swallowed up on the outside. Milton Williams also the 2nd year. Is it the 2nd year now? Pretty sure he's 2nd year. Tyquan McKee on the stop. 3rd and goal with a 2 tight end formation, both of them up top. 2 receivers down below. They go all the way up top. to Mark Andrews, but he will drop it. So the defense will at least bow up here and force the field goal attempt. An awful first quarter for the offense. Defense, though, you have to give them their props. They have kept us in it so far. As we get into the start of the second quarter, we had a fantastic return for McDaniels all the way up to the 43. Thought he was going to break it, but last guy made the tackle. Now, can we get something going here offensively? We at least gained 9 yards there, so there's that. As we dropped a pistol, 2 receivers down the bottom, 1 up top. Dudes, like I said, still have Chark playing in the slot, though if we come out 4 wide as Chark gets the quick swing. We do go out 4 wide, we're going to see Marshall on the outside, and we're going to see Jamar Chase slide back into a slot, that second slot spot. So hopefully that'll get everyone out there as much as we can, as we do find Chase, and he's wearing number 3. I don't like that. Might need to change that. But it works for us right now. With an ace formation, once again, hard count, no 1 jumps. Drop back, 3-step, quick slant up top, going back to JJ, who gets the catch down to the 12. And we'll stick with that look. Again, 1st and 10. It's a promising formation for us on 1st down. As we will play action pass. Burrow dumping it off down to the bottom. We'll gain 2, setting up 2nd and 8. From shotgun, Burrow pass rush coming in. He gets rid of it out of the back of the end zone. Leaving us with 8 more yards needed, though we could get the 1st down at the 2. It's a play action rollout. Burrow, he had our tight end. We are finally going to get it to him. Powering forward and close, but not quite close enough. I would want us to go for it here, but I can't jump in because Madden is broke. But apparently Madden can hear me, as we are actually going for it. 4th and 1, shotgun look, will be a pass down at the 4, down to the back, that doesn't make sense, but to the back of the end zone. And it's Chark getting the touchdown, putting us in front. 7-3, about 5 minutes left before half. And apparently with Madden just being break, why not? We're just going to watch everything here. As the Packers get a nice cut there from Pacheco. He was also really good in the Northeast Challenge, if you didn't watch that one. We had a great 1-2 punch with both Pacheco and A.J. Dillon. 2nd and 3 for the Packers. Under center once again goes Minshew. With a tight look, will be a play action pass, and they pick up Daniil, although he almost gets there. Loading up deep, intercepted. That's Xavier Woods. They tried to find number 15, but in the one-on-one, deep safety makes the play. Well, we definitely started off slow, but we're picking up steam here. As we're in pistol, 2 up top, 1 down to the bottom. Will be a draw as Davis Price has some space. Powering forward, nice run there, gain of 9. And we'll stick with a very similar look, maybe just flip the side as 2 go down to the bottom. 1 up top once again, draw, right down the middle, slow to get off the offensive lineman, but we do at least manage the 1st down. Have just about 3 minutes, 3 timeouts as well to get down the field, and I would love another touchdown before half. Goes just a straight handoff dive down the middle, we'll pick up 4. And now changing up a little bit as we go shotgun. 2nd and 6, 3 down to the bottom, 1 up top. Burrow from the pocket, sitting, waiting, Vita Vea in pursuit, and will drop Burrow because Burrow still has yet to realize he could throw the ball away. So on 3rd and 20, right after I said this team was starting to get things going, what can we do? 3 down to the bottom. As we swing it out there, Chark, he has some space, but can't get all the way down the sideline. 4th and 5. This was a spot I would like to go for it, so Madden, if you're listening, send out the offense or keep the offense out there. But they won't. Looks like we're going to punt, and with 2 minutes left, maybe it's the smarter call. And I'd definitely say that's the case when your punter can down them inside the 4, so they're going to have to use up all their timeouts or hope they get some big plays. As it's a drop back pass sitting at the goal line, Minshew scrambles, breaks the 1st tackle attempt from Daniil, but won't get by Deion Jones. We'll end up picking up 3, going empty on 2nd and 7, as we have under a minute and a half now left. Pass right across the middle. Thought we were going to get a knockout there by Tyrann Mathieu, but solid hands there from Mark Andrews. 1st and 10 as we hit the minute mark. Still way back. Minshew bounces off the top of, I think that was Daniil's head maybe. Thought Patrick Queen was about to get a nice pick 6 there, but no. 2nd and 10 as Minshew makes a audible, perhaps. Ball topped up once again, still popping up. I swear if they catch this one. Okay, no one catches it. I know Madden's been on its shenanigans of late. If you guys watched yesterday's episode, the finale of the Commanders replacement squad, then you know that there's been some shenanigans. But on 3rd and 10, defense gets the stop and we call a timeout looking for some more points. Now with 36 seconds and only 2 timeouts, we're looking probably at most likely for a field goal here. Though with this receiving crew, I wouldn't put a touchdown past them. As they say, JJ coughed it up. I'm pretty sure he was down. Hopefully we go into a quick expedited review process here and get back out there on the offense. But let's take another look here. It's a nice pass finding JJ. And I mean, yeah, dude's down for like a hot minute. And indeed, they end up agreeing. Quick counter, and we're right back out there, though we did have to call a timeout, so only 1 remaining as we go underneath, this time to Marshall, who just keeps those legs moving. Down to the 27, let's try to get one more snap off here for the end zone quickly, and then if we don't get it, send out the field goal unit, and that's exactly what we do as Marshall can't hold on to it. Great knockout there from number 14. And instead will be a field goal attempt from the 33. Mark it a 43-yarder to go up 10-3 at half. Hold down kick is up, and Cade York comes through for us once again. So it will be 10-7 as we hit halftime. Now it will be Packers up first as we get the second half underway. As they come out heavy set, 2 receivers or 2 tight ends up top. As Minshew just waiting. Good job there from Deion Jones, just sitting in the quarterback spy, eyed Minshew the whole way. We'll get the quick stop, only a gain of 1. Under center goes Minshew on 2nd and 9. 2 receivers down the bottom, 1 up top. Quick drop back, looking to scramble, will get by the first round, but as McQueen comes in, sliding goes Minshew. Well, we've definitely seen some good adjustments from the first couple drives, though we're still lacking some points. Which would have really been nice if Marshall held on to that pass right before half. Minshew looking to scramble here on 3rd and 6. Takes the contact into Neil Hunter. Absolutely lit him up. We'll get the stop and force the punt. Now from empties, where we start off our second half with a throw under the middle. Going to find Moreau. Just realized we haven't found him yet so far. Glad that we're finally going his way. And then a quick changeup as we go to the single back set, ace formation. Again, this is a very popular first down situation for us, especially with Newhouse coming in. As we find Jamar Chase, who breaks the tackle, has some blocking, has the speed, and there we go. That play was a first round and 2 second round pick kind of play. As we will widen our lead, Jamar Chase with his first splash in the Louisiana Only challenge. Now, if we could just see more of those splash plays, I'd love it. As we do have ourselves a nice 14-point lead. Minshew hands off right down the middle. Pacheco always gets those extra yards through contact. That's one of the reasons I really liked using him in the Northeast Challenge. He's a really good running back. If you do any sort of franchise, try to pick him up. 2nd and 6. Minshew from the pocket. Quick throw is going to be caught. First down and a little bit more as they get up to about the 44. Packers have struggled to move the ball since their original drive, which they did move very well until coughing it up late. Send the receiver in motion, as it's going to be a play-action pass to Neil Hunter. Comes through for us, his 2nd sack of the day. Marks him back, 2nd and 17. And it'll quickly cause them to change up their play calling here as they go under center with a tight formation, handed off Pacheco, who stretches for it, bounces off to Neil, but not getting by Patrick Queen. From 3rd and 19 at the 34. Can the defense get the stop we need here? It'll be Minshew from the pocket, looking to scramble. Again, Deion Jones has just been eyeing him down this whole match. We get the stop and we'll force another punt. And we'll start at the 33. As we hand it off, Davis Price apparently didn't like that gigantic gap right in the middle. Instead wanted a 1-yard rush. Okay. 2nd and 9 instead from the empty look. 4 down to the bottom, 1 up top. Burrow from the pocket. Picked up the pass rush well. As we go across, going to be Chase, who does get the catch, not breaking the tackle and heading to the end zone, but makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Burrow also doing pretty well on his completions as well. 16 of 19 so far today, as we will look for at least one more here. Going up top, Chase does get the feet inbounds with that first down to the 44. Apparently, we just had to give Burrow the most amount of good receivers as possible. With a 1st and 10 play action pass. Sitting, waiting, Burrow eventually throws it deep, and we have a wide open Davis Price to the house. Well, at that point, after sitting in the pocket for 20 years, someone's bound to break open. That time it was the running back, putting us up 24-3. Now as we jump forward to the 4th quarter, where we have a 1st and 10 just taking over after a Patrick Queen interception, let's try to run out this clock and see through a dominant victory, which we're currently getting up 21 points. This team, if they can continue this throughout the rest of the season, I think we'll be good to go. Burrow is in his X factor, but I want to see a lot more of Davis Price and even some Williams as we round out this game. Though on 3rd and 5, feel like a pass might be a little bit more in order. Quick slants, perhaps? From the pistol set, we'll have 2 spread either side, and it is the quick slants, this time going Marshall's way, and he does hold on to it. And we are also starting to chew clock early on here, so all is going at least as best as Madden could do for what I would actually want them to be doing, since I can't actually control it. Though the 2-yard loss on 1st down, not great. And for the first time, I think today, we go out with the split backfield, Jefferson back there. Also would probably be good with Chase as we go Moreau's way, and he just fights forward, getting the 1st down. Burrow still only 3 incompletions on the day. And from the pistol set here at the 12, can still manage another 1st down. We handed off Davis Price right down the middle, and for a second I thought he was going to be walking in or even trucking a guy in. Though that opportunity still remains as we have a 2nd and 3, 2 tight ends down the bottom, 2 receivers up top. Handed off Davis Price. It does not quite get the blocks he needed. Good run fill there from 51. So we'll stay at the 5 here for 3rd and 3. Again, 1st down. We could get at the 2 or about the 1, actually at the 2, as that ball is finally thrown away from Burrow. 4th and 3, we'll take the field goal here, putting us up 24 points. And that would end up doing it for us here against the Packers. We jump forward to the end of the game, though we did end up scoring 1 more touchdown. It was a monstrous run late on by Davis Price. Just took it straight down the middle, made a couple guys miss, and tacked on an extra score, leaving us with a 34-3 dominant win. Turnovers aplenty for us in a good way. Passing and running all came through, so the showing we need, but we need to see that every single week. And we're going to jump straight on over to the next game against the Carolina Panthers, and it's a pretty good first half, very back and forth, and I'm pretty sure as we start this next quarter sim, Carolina about to get another touchdown. Yes, leveling this one back up, but a quick score for us. And that will maintain to half. So let's get on through the 3rd quarter as well. Now this is a really big game for us as we take a 2-score lead. Carolina currently is on top of our division. And as we start the 4th quarter, we have ourselves a nice 3-score lead. Once again, starting with possession well back in our own territory. They are 7-2 at this point. We're looking to climb up. And a lot of our division rivals, as we have a 4th and inches back at the 3. It's safer here to go ahead and punt. I don't need to try to go for it there. But a lot of our division rivals, as we get a Patrick Queen sack, are currently 1 game up on us because, well, we've had an early bye. So if we could get some wins and not allow Devontae Adams to get 63-yard touchdowns, that would be really good. No longer a 3-score game, just a 2-score game as we take back over on offense. Start with 8 yards Davis Price, then Jamar Chase with 7. 4 more yards Davis Price, 2nd and 6. We need 1 more, and we do get it with Darrell Williams. If we get down to the red zone, we'll definitely pop in just to see a little bit here in the Carolina game or on 4th and 2 in plus territory. And we'll head out in the split backfield, though we are going to hand this one off Davis Price with a little bit of some room to run. Does manage the 1st down. And from there, we'll see if we could chew out the rest of this clock. I did make sure to set that as we have about 2.5 minutes left in this one. Down at the 35. Looking to add on another touchdown sure would be nice as Darrell Williams with some good blocking. He doesn't really break a lot of tackles, but if he has good blocking, solid guy. But as we hit the 2-minute warning, not much time left here for the Carolina Panthers to crawl back into it. Knock on wood as we hand it off again right down the middle. Darrell Williams doing all he needs to do right now. And that's really first and foremost, run out this clock. Though Carolina is calling their timeouts. They have 2 more remaining, down 2 possessions. Darrell Williams not going to break to the outside. Good tackle in open field. Though they only have 1 timeout remaining as we come out spread, 2 spread either side, hand it right back off Darrell Williams down to the 5. And maybe this time we'll actually run out the clock rather than getting another touchdown. And that does seem to be the case as Joe Burrow set to take some knees with 1:48 and counting. Though apparently that was just to get the clock moving, as on 2nd and goal we come out from pistol. 2 spread to the top, 1 down to the bottom. It is Davis Price in the backfield, and we're going to let this run all the way down. And then it's a jet sweep to Chark, who cuts into the middle, rolling into the end zone. So, yeah, we're still not going to be running out these clocks. This team likes to score, which has been a problem for us. So I'm going to take it as we go up 42-21. Now, we will see if Carolina has anything left in the tank here just to, I don't know, try to make something of it. A little bit of a morale boost maybe late as they dump it off. Arden Key gets shucked off. Gibson is their running back, and he's one of the top running backs in the league this season. As they have a 2nd and 3, Tua back there, pass right across the middle, finds a man, spins off the defender. We've had a lot of bad tackling attempts, I will say, even though we played well. We have a lot of speed, so we're able to make up for it. But if we could just get the first tackle attempts, this would be a little bit easier. But Carolina maybe has time for 1 more play here, which you would expect to heave to the end zone. Or in true Madden fashion, a dump off to the running back as time will expire. It is a big win for us against a rival in the Carolina Panthers, who were top of our division, 7-2. We give them their 3rd loss, and we also only have 3 losses, though we are a little bit lower in the win column. And for the 2nd straight week, we're taking on the top team in our division, as the Buccaneers did take over that spot. And once again, it's a good first quarter as we have a 10-0 lead. And we're looking to hold that, maybe build on it. We add 3 points, though finally giving up a touchdown as we go into half up 13-7. We'll continue on here, get through the 3rd quarter, as it's now a tied game. Though we do grab a lead, Buccaneers able to pull back 3. Now let's slow it down a little bit and jump into the slightly slower version of the quick sim here, as the Buccaneers will be starting off as Derek Stingley knocks it away. 2nd and 10. They're backed up deep. Only get a gain of 2. 3rd and 8. They lose 3. And maybe let's jump in for this next play here and just see if perhaps we could block the punt, get a touchdown or safety off of it. They're punting at the 1. Their punter all the way back at that back line. No, we don't get the push, but we should be at least starting in good field position, which will be in plus territory all the way down to about the 42. Now, obviously, as you could probably tell by now, we're trying to get through these other games a lot quicker, considering we had to watch pretty much the entirety of that first game, though it was a good game to watch as we go read option. And apparently Joe Burrow was never taught how to run read option, because there were 2 guys sitting there and he kept it, which will end up being a loss of 3 with a good tackle from Max Crosby on the outside, leaving 2nd and 13. 2 down to the bottom, 1 up top. Davis Price just cut towards the defender, and you know, at least he shook him off, but then he's going to lose another 4 yards as Wilson quickly will get the stop. And on 3rd and 17, now about at midfield, can Burrow find the play we need right across the middle? We're going to find Jay Jets, who runs for the 1st down. We're just toying with some teams now, though I will say Joe Burrow, not a fantastic day so far, 16 of 25. Though that was Jefferson's 8th catch for 85 yards, so he's at least averaging a 1st down per catch. And on this 1st down, we handed off Davis Price, stuffed at the line. Run game, though, 28 carries, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Davis Price. So up till this point, at least, the running game has been working, though we've been feeding him a lot. Jefferson in motion here. We're going to fake the jet sweep, play action pass off of it, dumping it down to the bottom and off the back of Jefferson. So almost like a free timeout there for the Buccaneers. 3rd and 10, quick loft up top, and Marshall not bringing it in. Talked at the top of the episode about how much I liked Marshall, though he's not backing me up, at least in this episode. Quite a few big drops. 4th and 10, we send out Cade York. He will not hit the field goal. He actually hit the field goal post rather than actually making the field goal. So the Bucs will take over, just down 4. And they seem to have themselves an X-Factor drafted quarterback from this universe. So honestly, not quite sure who it is as they go the quick throw to the outside, and they're breaking every single tackle. Is that ETN? Yes, it is ETN. He always pops up in these series and does well. 2nd and 1 after the catch and shake and bake of a run after. We do get a little bit of a pass rush and force the throw out. We forced also Newbie to only be 14 of 27, so against the X Factor, we're doing pretty well. 3rd and 1, they go all the way up top, and that's going to be an easy first down for them as their tight end gets the first down to the 45. Now in plus territory, they stack down to the bottom, 2 up top. Newbie, their quarterback, from the pocket right across the middle, and Deion Jones swats it away. Don't see a lot of interceptions from Deion Jones, but he does get quite a few knockaways, swats, breakups, whatever you prefer to call it. A draw, ETN will pick up about 4 yards. Tyquan McKee ends up dragging him down, leaving 6 needed here on 3rd down. Once again, as we do get the pass rush, and it's McKee who forces the bad pass on the screen. Back at the 42, do they punt or do they try the field goal? They will go ahead and punt, so defense comes up clutch with a big stop. Now the offense has to run out this clock, as we will be starting in not the worst field position at the 21. And we will start from shotgun. 3 up top, 1 down to the bottom. It will be a pass. Burrow waiting. Here comes Crosby and picks him up and lays him down. 2.5 sacks for Crosby on the day. Definitely not what we were looking for. He's primarily been lining up on that right-hand side, which is the new starter this year in, was it Maxwell, I believe? Marshall gets the catch there, breaks 1 tackle, but after all of that, it's a gain of 1. So once again, we have another 3rd and very long. 3rd and 23. Can Jay Jets come through for us, or anyone else even? As we let the clock run down here, we're under 2:20. Quick lofting throw once again that's caught by Marshall, but not enough for the first down. Do we go for it? It's obviously not the wisest decision to try to go for it here, but on 4th and 3, hard count, no one jumps. Hard count once again, no one jumps. Can we get? No, instead it's going to be on us. We'll back up a little bit and boot this one away. Had to at least give it a shot, but we do punt it away, and then back at the opposite 35 is a much better spot for us. It is a touchdown game as Milton Williams just a half step away from getting that sack. Instead, incompletion stops the clock, 1:49. They also have all 3 timeouts, but they do need that touchdown. Field goal does not help as they go up top. Juwan Johnson will pick up about 4 yards, stepping out of bounds. They'll need to at least get 6 here, though it's probably more of a 2-down situation here, or 4 down would be the proper term, as that one's almost picked off. Deion Jones swats it away and potentially took away an interception from Stingley. 4th and 6, we need the stop here. Drop back from Newbie, going to that top, and what a catch at the 40 for Donovan Peoples-Jones. Keeping the Bucs alive here. As they go back up top, ETN gets the catch of a couple yards there. Although it looks like a generous spot actually gives them 4. Down to the 35. They've already flipped field here with 1:18. Still have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. With a pass across the middle, tipped up, and will eventually hit the ground as the backup safety ends up coming in there making the play. Apparently rotating a little bit here. 3rd and 6. Under center Newbie goes. There will be a quick drop back slant across the middle and a first down catch. Once again, Donovan Peoples-Jones coming up clutch for him late on as we're under a minute left. Sitting in the pocket, pass rush working its way, but he finds nobody. Intended for a man across the middle, though the pass errant. Leaves 2nd and 10. 54 seconds. Can our defense make the plays we need? To the bottom, picked off, number 13, Greedy Williams. That time, I'm perfectly happy with us being greedy as we do get the pick, and that should, knock on wood, seal this game. Once again, Newbie trying to find Donovan Peoples-Jones, who had been big for him up to that point, but we make the play that counts and we could just run it out from here as long as we hold on to it. Timeout's also starting to be called. Now on 2nd and 8 from the pistol set, it will be a draw. Davis Price cuts towards the top, runs through at least 2 guys there. We'll end up picking up a couple more yards. Though we still need 4 more here on 3rd down. There's 39 seconds left on the clock. A first down ends this game, and it will be through the air with a pass behind Chase. But he makes the catch. And from there, all we have to do is kneel this one out. It was a risky throw there and wasn't the best from Burrow. But he finds his college teammate, and that'll be back-to-back weeks where we knock off the top team in our division. And once again, going on win streaks. We won 4, we lost 3, and now we've won 3. We obviously just need to make sure that the streaks continue to be wins and they don't flop. We don't do too well in the passing game today, under 200 yards, but the rushing came through for us, and we got the interception late on that sealed it. So all in all, good game. And we keep the winning going with a 30-17 win against the Patriots, though they were going into that game with only 2 wins. So if it was a loss, it would have been really bad. But we end up with 422 yards. We do give up 338, so some good, some bad there. But in this game, Joe Burrow just a little bit under 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked 1 time. Rushing-wise, not very good though. 1.8 yards a carry for Davis Price, so they shut that down. Good thing the receiving team showed up as Justin Jefferson, 150 and 9 catches. Chase, 103, 1 touchdown. Newhouse did get the start because Moreau was injured, practice injury in this one. He got a touchdown. Chark even got a touchdown. So we literally found pretty much all the starting guys but Justin Jefferson. But with a $150, we'll let it slide. As for the defense, Patrick Queen led us with 10 tackles. We did have some tackles for a loss, 5 to be specific, spread out. And we also had a few sacks in there as well. 1 for Hunter, 1 for Easley, and then split between Deion Jones and Tyquan McKee. And we did force 1 turnover. Derek Stingley gets the INT. However, not everything that happened in this game was sunshine and roses. For the 2nd time this year, Milton Williams did suffer a multi-week injury, this time pulling his groin. So again, we're going to have Danielle Hunter slide down to a nose tackle, a DT spot when it comes to pass rush. And we're going to bring back Arden Key on the outside, which we have had Deion Easley playing and has been playing pretty well on top of that. So we know it worked for us before. We're going to hope it works for us again. Though there was... Even though we won the game and then it was like, it's not sunshine and roses, there is also some other good news. We actually have 2 breakout opportunities, 1 for Derek Stingley, who did get that interception. He will have to, either with the team, hold the Panthers to less than 150 passing yards, or he himself get a combination 2 of interception, forced fumbles, tackle for losses, or sacks. On top of that, Jamar Chase is really impressed with Justin Jefferson, even though they're both 99 or 98 overalls. So why not let's challenge Jamar Chase and see what we can get for him. He is just the superstar. He's not an X factor, so potentially we have an opportunity. Justin Jefferson's going to get some XP, but Jamar Chase wants 150 of his own yards against the Panthers. Now, obviously, we just watched a match against the Panthers, so we'll tune in again to the later part. Hopefully, we'll go quarter by quarter. But when we started this episode, we were either last or barely in 3rd, and we have climbed our way up to the top of our division. Half a game above the Buccaneers with us, obviously, just getting the win there. But the Panthers are only 1 game behind us, 1.5 because we had that win. But if they beat us here, they could very well go above us. So this is a very tight race in the NFC South. We have to make sure we keep these wins up. So we're going to jump in, go quarter by quarter, and hopefully end with another win and some breakout opportunities successfully completed. Now, even though we have all the breakouts, I still told the team to do the same exact thing which I told them to do in the earlier win, and that was to focus a little bit more on the running game, though the passing game worked out really well for us. But up to this point, not a lot of scoring happens. We finally get 2 scores, and at halftime, it is still a close game, 10-3. So clearly not a lot of yards happening, not a lot of scoring as we get through the third quarter. It's now tied up. We do go back up and once again, slowing things down into the fourth quarter with a 1-score lead. Though TJ Hawkinson with 9 yards there as Gibson gets the first down. They're moving down the field here, trying to level this game up. A throwaway from Tua. 3rd and 4. Rashad Bateman down to about the 10. Throwaway, 2nd and 10. Touchdown to TJ Hawkinson. With the point after, levels this one up 17-17. While I would love the boost, Chase is already a 99 or 98, so it's not as big as us getting the win here. We just got top of the division. I don't want to lose it as Burrow, I've said it a million times, I'm going to say it a million more times, still has yet to learn how to just throw the ball away. Take a 14-yard loss on first down, now back at our own 11. With about 6-ish minutes left, Burrow finally will find someone. That's going to be Chark, getting it back to a 3rd and 8. So pretty good on 2nd and very long, making it a more manageable 3rd down, though still a little bit of a 3rd and long within itself. Does it spread too wide either way? Burrow, as they bring the pass rush. I mean, a receiver's got to be open at some point. Justin Reed gets the sack, and we go nowhere. We at least get a fairly decent punt, considering it's back on our own goal line, and they'll be starting just past midfield. With a stretch up top, Gibson had a lead blocker, but a great tackle there from Patrick Queen. Also had Dion easily towards the top. Again, we are having Danielle Hunter slide down to play a little bit of some nose tackle DT for us in the rush spots. He's still just a normal left end or right end of the base package, as Stingley will get a tackle for a loss if he already had one prior to, or a sack, forced fumble, interception, any of those. That's his dev boost, but we'll find out at the end of the game. 3rd and 12, Tua right down the middle finds his receiver, number 17, with a catch at the 40, and will end up falling down at the 38 when they only needed to get to the 39. And of course that one is Adams. He had the touchdown, I remember, late on last time, but that game wasn't very close. This one is very close. Tied with about 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes left, and they're down to the 31. For a 2nd and 3, gonna motion over Adams once again, fake the handoff, or fake the jet sweep, give the handoff, Patrick Queen there to get the stop. 23 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown for Gibson, so it does look like the defense has given up a little bit more in the running game this time. 3rd and 8, throw up top, and that one's close, and the refs give it to him. Just barely finding Ayuk there past the line to gain as we get closer to the 2-minute warning. Quick throw, Tua out to Hawkinson down to the 20, and that'll probably be the last play before the 2-minute warning. We're definitely getting down to crunch time here for 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left at the 20. A lot of twos involved as Arden Key. What was that hesitation? That could have been a 4 or 5 yard loss, instead first down. And they're definitely starting to chew the clock. Feel like we might have to jump in on an offensive possession potentially. Stuffed at the line, timeout starting to be called. Now with an I formation, 2 receivers down to the bottom, 2nd and 8. It's a stretch for Gibson. We did well before, but not this time. He will take it to the house, and we'll have about a minute, 20 some odd seconds to try to find ourselves a leveling score here. And I do want to jump in with this team a little bit. Reminds me a bit of that Commanders Replacement Squad episode from yesterday. Let's see if we could have the same success. Laying for some overtime action here. Late on in the fourth quarters, we do come out with the offense. Spread wide to the left. Let's roll out. See if anyone's going to get open. No, so let's throw it away. Chase did talk about wanting some yards. It's now or never as he's lined up against a superstar corner in CJ Jackson. We'll see who gets the better of that matchup, as it's once again looks like it's going to need to be a rollout. There's not much of an option. We'll throw it back, and Chark will end up getting the catch at the 50. Well, Madden just got maddened with that throw. Pass rush held up really well. Let's flip the formation here. We do still have 2 timeouts, so we could be a little bit more, I don't know the exact way to say it, but we could take a little bit more chances, considering we could stop the clock a few times. Though we still need to get the ball down the field quickly. We're back at the 48 and not even in plus territory yet. Let's spread wide here. As they send everyone deep, we have a guy right across the middle. That's going to be Marshall, who tried to break to the outside. And let's call a timeout there. Now we do have Chase playing in the slot here. That first guy to the right-hand side, also have Chark there, Moreau off to the left. A couple guys just on some quick stop routes. And they seem to cover all those pretty well. We'll barely throw that one away before the DeMarcus Lawrence sack comes in. Still need to get the ball about 33.5 yards downfield and into the end zone. As we're going to stick with that spread look, Jefferson has the man beat. Burrow delivers a good ball, but knocked out. Couldn't quite ask for anything more there besides just the catch. Should have been the game-tying touchdown instead. 3rd and 10. As we cough this one up, it's Marshall, who again can't bring it in. 4th and 10. The game comes down to this. With 13 seconds left, we do have a timeout. We could still make something happen here. We just need to make something happen here as Chase does get the catch, scampering out of bounds at the 6. Maybe try to take a quick shot towards the end zone. You still have a timeout remaining. It's getting down to the wire here as we don't have a lot of options. Across the middle, get the catch, flag down. We also can't call a timeout. What is it going to be? And it'll be down to the 1 as we do call our final timeout. And it'll all come down to who's going to get the bigger push. 1st and goal, hard count, no one jumps. We hand it off to the fullback and it will be overtime. As Mitchell finds the gap, great blocking up front. And we'll see if in OT, the Sim squad can get the victory. And it will be us that wins the coin toss. So of course we're going to receive that ball and Joe Burrow will have a chance to walk this game off. And we start back at the 25. Hopefully this team has had a little bit of time to recoup some stamina after their touchdown drive late on. That play did not look great. Davis Price loses 4. And again, still not a great day running. Only about 62 yards on 18 carries. Could definitely do better. 2nd and 14, Burrow from the pocket across the middle will find JJ, making it 3rd and 1. Burrow has completed exactly 2/3 of his passes today, so 66% on the day. Needing the first down here as we hand it off down the middle and converting the first down, spinning off the man, but not going to get very much, if anything, after. But honestly, as long as you get the first down, I'm good with that. Ace formation here as we're up to the 40. Hard count, no one jumps. Quick drop back as Burrow will get dropped. At least this time not a loss of 14, just a loss of 1. Oh, that was the Panthers' 4th sack of the day, and apparently we've only had 1. So not great there. As we go back to the run, broken tackle Madden. Being Madden, loss of 3. So 3rd and 14 will come out empty. They do bring down a linebacker, though I don't expect they would actually bring the blitz, but I would be wrong. And we'll go right across the middle, knocked away. Intended for Moreau. Shaq Griffin breaks it up, and the Panthers will have a chance to win this game themselves. All they'll need is the field goal. Can we get at least a decent punt here? Not too bad. Potts back there, and float. We'll drop him at the 22. I'm not gonna lie, hoping this one was gonna be a quick one just as the other ones were, but no, instead some overtime action that goes into a second drive. Hopefully will go into a 3rd, but it's a 1st down for the Panthers, finding Ayuk. Was one of the guys who helped them get the touchdown late on in the 4th quarter as well. Bunch up top, Hawkinson to the bottom, hard count, no one jumps for Tua. Now sitting in the pocket, going towards the top, knocked away, Greedy Williams. Obviously had the big game-sealing interception in the previous game. Would love to see a possible game-winning interception here as they set up the halfback screen, and Deion Jones reads it beautifully. Just need to find that one last stop here, give our offense a shot inside the 2-minute warning of overtime to find at least a field goal. Though we need to get the stop. Tua on 3rd and 12, pass rush bearing in, and it will be a sack from Danielle Hunter, getting his 1st of the day once again from that nose tackle spot, and we will have a chance to find a late probable field goal win as they do punt this one away. It's a good one, and we'll be starting back at the 32. 2 timeouts, a minute 24. And it will be from Ace where we start off. I'm feeling like it's either just going to be a draw or a quick slant. Or apparently neither of those, as it will be caught by Davis Price. Despite the really tight coverage there from the linebacker, it will be a gain of 6. And we already call our first timeout. We have 59 more seconds, but only one timeout left, though we could obviously stop the clock with incompletions or getting out of bounds. On 2nd and 4 will be a pass potential from Burrow, but no, a great pass rush there from Lawrence. Will end up dropping us for 3rd and 9, though it's nothing new here. Do need to convert, need to get down to about the opposite 40, as Moreau is not going to get there. Let's jump in here. Now, while obviously this is really risky, a 4th and 6 back at the 36, a turnover here allows a field goal opportunity. But we got to try it to see if we could get out of bounds, though they cover all of it. Let's roll to the opposite side. Gonna find Jefferson, and we're probably not gonna have enough time, so no. It will be a draw against the Panthers. I wanted to go to Chase's way, who had a quick corner, but unfortunately for us, they covered it really well. So we had to scramble, found Jefferson, he was open, but the pass just a little bit underthrown, and we weren't able to get out of bounds. So with the half win there, we should still stay atop the division, I think. Now, unfortunately for Stingley, does not look like he's going to be getting his development boost, nor are we going to see it for Chase either. Obviously, we had to set the game plan to be what worked for us previously, and that didn't really go towards either of those two players. But I was correct in the fact that we are still going to maintain top of our division, 8-3-1. Still that half game, maybe 3/4 game above the Buccaneers. Panthers still really close. Falcons, honestly, still really close. This is a very tight race for the lead in the NFC South, and whoever will end up on top will at least make the playoffs. So that is the game plan. And we will be finishing off the regular season tomorrow. As mentioned at the top of this episode, the rest of this week, Tuesday, today, through Saturday, will all be this series. I want to get it wrapped up with a nice little bow on top, hopefully, by the time Madden 24 fully releases. Obviously, no content coming today of the pre-release. I wasn't a part of that, so hopefully in the future we will be, but when Madden fully releases, expect a video of the start of a new franchise very soon thereafter. I think it releases Sunday. I think that's the 18th. Either way, the first day it's out, I'm going to be ready at like midnight to start downloading it and then have a video out that day as soon as I can. So expect that on the day that Madden drops. But as mentioned, we are going to wrap up this series hopefully by then. And if we could make it to the playoffs, win the Super Bowl, that should line up almost perfectly. So fingers crossed for that, or even better, hit the bear icon in the bottom right for that, as you can subscribe that way, or scroll down and hit the actual subscription button and tick the bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. This series, the State Only Challenge, once Madden 24 comes out, will always typically be the Wednesday, Saturday. And I do plan on, with the new traditional franchise that we start, that will be 4 days a week. So we can get through that first season at least a little bit quicker. So that'll be on Monday and Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. This series every Wednesday and Saturday. So also, make sure you vote. Soon, very soon, I'll have a poll posted on the community tab for the next State Only Challenge. So a lot to look forward to, a lot right around the corner, but we need to try to finish this one off on top. So until next time, tomorrow, we'll see you guys then. Bye.